Remember to focus constantly on your heartfelt wishes when you enter inside. Only if you are strong enough can I deliver you to the right destination.
Inactivity. Huh? How can this be? You have returned. But how were you able to get back in? And how come you have not changed at all in all these years? This is a duel to remember. It is as if we have returned to the moment when the laws of eternity were first established. Your will today is as strong as it was back. Over countless battles, not once have you lost, and never have you shown the slightest hesitation. Had I made all enemies of eternity stand against you, you still would not have wavered. For your firm commitment to enforcing the rules, you have my admiration too. You bring honor to the title of... Now these two return once more to this space. Then, let this be our final duel. The conclusion to that which began 500 years ago. Final duel? Stand back, traveler. I'm going to be the start of something new. The time our duels took to fight was long enough to witness the rise and fall. This, I believed you were incapable of transcending the past. But a will that cannot be eroded. You need not worry about the future. I know your power more than anyone else. Had I relied upon my strength alone, I would have lost this duel for sure. Yet, my reason for fighting redefined my martial prowess and redrew my limits. I now carry the gaze of the myriad of expectant eyes that look to the light in the heavens. And whenever I think of this, I feel something stirring within Muso-ishi. The blade that I inherited from Makoto seems to be trying to guide me. I noticed it also. Just now in the heat of battle, it seemed to unleash a new and unfamiliar power. This power is beyond the limits of This blade belonged to Makoto. When I clasped Muso-Ishin in my hands, I had the feeling that she was by my side. It was at once a familiar feeling, and a strange one. You have my approval. Your present will is not the product of erosion. I shall know from this day forth, I won't design any more rules that can never be changed. You used to represent my past, but from today onward, you are me. Makoto never saw me as a fearless weapon. Likewise, I should not regard you as a mere tool. You truly have changed. I suppose this is what humans call... I understand. I shall become your shadow, just as you were once Makoto's shadow. The duties I perform with... But as a warrior, I look forward to the chance to fight like this again in the future. Do you say this because you have not yet reconciled yourself with your defeat? It was simply a new experience for me. One that is worth reliving.
Have you finished fighting then?
Hello, A. And greetings, those who have come to bear witness. I am Raiden Makoto, the previous Electro Archon, who failed in my duties and left you all to pick up the pieces. Makoto? I'm so happy. You've come so far. I always knew he would make it here in the end. I left a faint fragment of my will in Muso Ishin, so that in the moment that you unleashed its full power, I too would be released. Convolute, there was no time to wait for you to have a but everything happened so sudden. I've always felt terrible for having to entrust Inazuma to you I should have been the one to impart these ideas to you. Did you know what was it? I had some but I know. Don't look down on it. Was with this. Here, take it. Before my last shred of consciousness fades away. But it is you who must take the most important.
The light turned into a seed?
The miracle tree that blesses the people, in this moment new to the world and yet to be known. When to plant it, where it shall bloom. She who brings it into being must let her heart and dreams decide. Grant it life, eh? Is it really? Eternity extends time into infinity. Dreams illuminate each moment within. When both shine in unison, the sacred Sakura blooms from the darkness, finally free from the clutches of the heavenly principles. Now the nightmare has dissipated, and reality is made whole. The vision we both yearn for is still further ahead. My only regret is that I cannot witness Inazuma's future, nor can I walk this journey with you. Do you know, I am so happy right now, because my final wish has now come true. Your polearm once protected me from countless calamities. For this, I've always felt indebted to you. Though I could never repay you in full, this sacred Sakura will buy you some time until you are ready to awaken and embrace the new. What do you think? Did it do the trick? This time, it really is goodbye, eh? Goodbye, Makoto.
So the A of the present planted the sacred Sakura in the... No matter what you make of it, it's quite a...
All of this is thanks to Makoto's power. Eternity is a concept.
A place where time... Perhaps that is the reason... And yet, that sense of disorder...
I don't...
Well...
I know what you mean. Without the sacred Sakura...
I know you've tried in the...
No.
The sacred Sakura...
Now
I'm joking. And obvious. It's fair to say that very little time passed between the moment... Traveler, if I'm guessing correct. At that time, I could sense a... Suffice to say, fortunately, your will was strong enough that the flow of...
Does that mean it wasn't?
I thought that my first thought was... But... You two have...
How are you?
My body has fully recovered. And the Shogun's will...
Always thrilled to hear you're in good health. But after all...
I only heard her voice. I'll be fine. I have to say, it's all thanks to her. I just planted a seed.
Yeah, it was thanks to...
Thank you.
Today, at Makoto and you...
It's rare to hear such comforting words from...
Oh, come on.
Makoto said the...
Great minds think alike, I wonder... Does that qualify me to, maybe, take the position of Shogun for a couple of days? Actually, no. Forget that.
We will have to end the frivolities there. The Shogun and I will closely review. After that, I will...
Really?
I am no longer pursuing an eternity defined by stasis. I don't doubt that many challenges lie ahead. I'm looking...